I remember one time we was talking. You was telling me about your private jet you guys had used or something like that. Can you tell that story?
Oh yeah, that was a wild story. That was when I think it was 1999.
Okay.
I think it was actually in October of 1999. I remember it was Steve Austin and me and Steve. We had to do an autograph thing. It was like somewhere on the East Coast.
Okay.
And after the signing, or maybe the very next day, we had to be at the live show. So, so the WWF, they chartered a plane.
Okay.
So I still remember, it was this private jet, and I still remember it was one of the talent representatives was with us. And I remember it was a guy and a girl, and I remember the girl looked kind of young, like in her 20s, and the guy was probably maybe about late 30s or 40s.
Okay.
But I still, I remember how we've been training like 11 days or so, but I had the biggest. Remember those Toomey bags everybody carried back in those days?
Yeah, I do.
Like put a body in it. It was like gigantic. And I remember the woman was struggling to get it up in the jet, and I felt really bad because, those private jets, you know how they take your luggage up and then they put it behind the seat.
Right.
But I remember the talent guy, he was nervous to fly always. But I still remember the jet, I can't remember now where we were going. I don't know if it was the Midwest or Atlanta, I can't remember. But it was somewhere. Anyway, we went there, and then it was a week or 2 weeks to the day, the talent guy came up to me and said, that plane that we had chartered for you and Steve Austin? Well, it crashed, and it was Payne Stewart's plane.
Oh, wow.
They dropped us off, flew back to Florida. Payne Stewart, it was a Sun jet.
Mm-hmm.
Payne Stewart then chartered the same jet with the same pilot and co-pilot.
Oh,
and
wow.
That was the plane that, he died. Those F-16 fighter jets were sighted, and then I believe it lost oxygen somehow.
Yeah, I think it depressurized or something like that while they were in the air, if I remember correctly, which I don't. I just remember Payne Stewart. I'm not the biggest golf guy in the world, but I remember him because he always wore knickerbockers. You remember that? He always wore knickerbockers like the guys did in the early 1900s, which made him kind of unique. If I remember correctly, some of my guys out here tell us what happened. All that. Hey, any of you guys out there that's listening to this story right now, look up and so you can tell me exactly what happened with that. Because I think the plane depressurized in some way, shape, or form, which means everybody went to sleep.
Mm-hmm.
Everybody on the plane went to sleep.
I think the next flight after us was Payne Stewart. So
so you guys were the customers right before him.
I believe so.
Wow. So, wow.
It was right there because I remember the talent guy telling us, but what I found interesting, I used to be a flight attendant a long time ago with American
Right.
and Steve McMichael. But what's interesting, they never ever contacted me or Steve or to see if the flight was normal. No, because I'm thinking, and it seems like I remember, I don't know if they ever figured out what happened to that plane, but me being a flight attendant from a long time ago, I still was thinking how big that luggage was and how that luggage was so heavy. And you often think, did they ever think about those jets if say when they throw our luggage back behind those seats, if by chance we knock a hole or be flimsy or do something to the plane to where then the next person like Payne had a lot of luggage, did that just kind of top it off then?
That's a very good
compartment where they put all because they throw those. I mean, that bag was gigantic.
Right.
I just wonder if they ever looked at that stress of the luggage compartment.
Man, that's a very good question, man. And
Yeah.
that's kind of eerie to think about sometimes also.
Well, what stands
Uh,
out to me was how heavy my luggage was, because I mean it was jam packed.
mm,
That didn't probably weigh as much as I did, and you know they're big and they got wheels on them. And
right.
I still remember her struggling, and you just I don't know. I like to problem solve, and I'm thinking, you know, I wonder if they ever looked at those top lines on the stress of the luggage.
Wow. That's kind of eerie to think about, man.
I know, you
'Cause
know
that
what?
was a real. What was that again?
That was a little close, you know, when that
Yeah.
happened. I thought it was Payne Stewart's plane, and you know, oh goodness.
Let me ask you this: does WWE have they ever reached out to you of doing anything since you pretty much got out of the business?
No, no,
Now, one time,
no.
Unbe- unbelievable.